Kids, do you ever feel like life has passed you by? Does the daily grind leave you feeling trapped in your own life, like an animal in a cage? Well, that doesn't mean you can't enjoy some fun facts about livestock while you're at it. Today I'll be giving a tour of the life, death, and processing of the American beef cattle. Disclaimer: this video is only a basic summary of some common industry practices. No two farms are alike. Some are nicer, some are worse. I'm not a shill. Please don't get mad at me. In the beginning, there was nothing, and then God said, "Let there be light," and it was good. Henceforth, you shall be called Craig. At birth, the cow weighs somewhere between 60 and 100 pounds. The males are typically castrated within the first couple of weeks, usually with anesthetic. The main point of this is to keep the steers mellow later in life, but it also stops their male hormones from giving the meat an off that the American palate isn't really accustomed to. And things started off pretty good for Craig, drinking milk, hanging out. After a while, he figures out you can eat the floor. That's cool. But then, after about 10 months, he gets loaded into the cattle cars. If you're a history buff like me, it's not a good sign. Little does Craig know he's been auctioned off to a feed lot 1,000 miles away. The cattle are packed together like sardines, if sardines were 500 pounds terrestrial mammals. The menu consists of random roughage and energy-dense feed like corn, so they can pack on the pounds more quickly. Overall, this environment puts a good deal of stress on the beast. This stress can end up taking a toll on his health, but it's nothing a little visit from the antibiotics fairy can't fix. Once fully grown, Craig gets taken to the packing plant. This is where the magic happens, and by magic we mean mechanically automated goring into commodities. This is where things get messy, so try to forget that we gave this random animal a name a minute ago. In order to keep things as humane as possible, a worker will first use this device referred to as a stunner. Here's a demonstration. This renders the beast instantly along the rest of its journey. First, the cow gets to talk to this man called the sticker. Can you guess what he does? If you said that he gouges out throats for a living, you'd be correct. Over the course of about a minute, it goes from torrential downpour to incontinent poodle, by which point our beloved bovine can continue on his way. Next station, the cow is subjected to high-voltage electrical stimulation. Hopefully, the nervous system is out of steam by this point, but if not, the boys on the killing floor will have a great story to tell their wives. Kidding, the FDA estimates that 93% of meat worker marriages are in shambles. Electrical stimulation basically works to speed up the onset of rigor mortis. Getting this process out of the way means meat won't toughen up once it reaches the freezer. The carcass undergoes a thorough washing. Like the noble mortician, this is to make a lifetime of filth disappear. Though beauty is only skin deep, it runs to the core, so the cow must be disemboweled to prevent contamination later on. We might as well get rid of all these other gross bits while we're at it. Then the feds stick their nose in things to make sure everything is as it should be. We send it down the line, evacuate the spine, bite the hind, reticulate the spline, and power wash it again just for good measure. The process from bashing to slashing to splashing takes a mere 15 minutes to complete. That means it takes the same amount of time to process 3 half-ton mammals. Hanging out in the cooler for a couple of days, the beef has broken down into its many cuts: chuck, loin, sirloin, what have you. This is the good stuff that'll get shipped off as is to barbecues, bar mitzvahs, and bargain bins all across the country. And you got all these misfit bits hanging out wherever else, still technically fresh, so we have machines pluck it off, pulp it, and use it to make hamburgers, dogs, and the like. Then all the garbage, even American stomach, is sent off to the rendering plant to be made into whatever else.